All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. I know it's a beautiful day outside. I'd rather be outside in my shorts and sneakers than be here. So I'm gonna get this started so we can go enjoy the rest of the day. Before we get started, I want to say thank you to everybody for coming out tonight. I appreciate that. I gotta say a special thank you to my administrative assistant, Becky Johansson. Without her, this would not be possible. And she's keeping me in line, so that's been great. I'm just going to cover some stats, some data, right? Because I'll let the coaches cover their piece. But just to give you an outline of what the process will look like tonight, in the auditorium we will cover the all-conference, all-academic, and all-state. And afterwards you'll divide into your rooms and cover the individual awards that are outlined in the front of the auditorium. All right. I will call each individual teams to come up, the coaches of each individual teams to come up. And when you do come up, please give us an overview of the season. Keep it to a minute. Don't try to go over that. I would appreciate it. You can cover the other accolades in the rooms. That's fine by me. But those are just the housekeeping stuff. All right, now I'm going to cover the data as I previously discussed. This year, we were lucky to have 12 seniors in the spring athletes roster. The overall roster, all the kids involved, 212 players. We average about 17 games per team. So that totaled 119 games for the season. Home and away meets. We have approximately over 60 scholar athletes. That's a lot. All academic teams, it's a lot of numbers, it's a lot of kids. All conference, we have 2 all conference. We have some individual things that I would like to identify. Our JV, our softball team was able to build a program this year. I feel like we're in the right direction. We're able to have a JV and a varsity team. Also hired a new coach, Coach Fitch. So that's been a great addition to East Hartford High School, so we appreciate that. All right. And I want to say last but not least, thank you to all the coaches. Thank you for making this possible. Thank you for your commitment, your time, your dedication. Thank you to the parents for driving, picking up, all the above that you do to make sure that they get to where they need to be. Thank you to the student athletes for your commitment, right? Because I think we have a new vision, we have a new process. We want to build and move forward. We want to get better. We want to be committed. So I want to thank all of you guys for that. Because again, without you, none of this would be possible. All right, without further ado, let's get started with our teams so we can get this on the road. I'd like to call up our baseball coaches, Ronald Narcisse, Eric White, and John Shea. And I would like to ask that one of the coaches assist with taking pictures. I'm always running back and forth every year. I think we should assign one of the assistant coaches to take pictures. Somebody helps read the names. And then we go. Is that a baseball sign? Is that a baseball sign? He can steal first?
All right. So one of the things that we're most proud of with the baseball team is all of the hard work that our kids put into the classroom. All of the teachers that had our students in class, spoke very, very highly of them, and that's something that, we always stress to our students that they're student athletes, not athlete students, so we appreciate that. We had one of our athletes in the top 20, one of our seniors. We appreciate all of the support that we get from our fans, families, from Mr. St. Just, Mr. Johansson. We couldn't do any of that without all of the continued support from all of you. Those are my notes. That's all right. Thank you. A big thank you. It's a very, very underappreciated job, but Lourdes, Perseus, and Mariah, those are our managers, and things just don't run as smoothly without them. I'd like to thank Coach Shea and Ron for making my job easy and for making me feel welcome. And definitely thank all of our players for all of their hard work and for just making the season very enjoyable. Thank you. Hello.
Thank you, Mr. White. And again, I'd just like to piggyback off of what Coach White said. Our student athletes came out every day and practiced hard. Like he said, we didn't have any issues with teachers coming to us talking about our kids are being disruptive in the class, so I applaud you guys on that. To all our seniors, I wish you all the best moving forward. All three of our seniors are going on to college to the next level to play either baseball, basketball, or just pursue their academics, so I'm very proud of you of that. All right, now I'd like to introduce our all-academic team. All right, we don't have the certificates right now, but we will hand them out at a later date. All right. Starting out with Alexandro Alfonso, student athletes. Congratulations, Alfonso. Matthew Curry, Jr. Jaden Dombrowski, Mr. Dominic Laduca, Sammy San Martovani, Kason Robinson, Jaden Rodriguez, and Cesar Torres. Congratulations on being a scholar athlete at East Hartford High School. And that will conclude the baseball portion of the evening.
All right. Next up, softball, Coach Fitch, Coach Maziar, and Coach Samuels.
Hello? So can you see me if I stand behind this? First of all, I want to thank St. Just for bringing me on board, taking a chance on alumni from this school many, many years ago. I also want to thank my coaching staff for jumping in and believing what we were preaching from what you guys had prior to having me take over, and it was amazing to see the coaches just follow everything that I wanted to do and just illustrate everything that I believed in that needed to happen. My players, it was a culture shock probably to have me come in and demand the way that I demanded. Accountability is important, I believe, in sports, and showing up and being team first mentality was something that we tried to stress gratefully this year. And I think, unfortunately and fortunately, it came, but it came about 2 weeks before the season ended. Promising is that the majority of the girls will be back next year, so hopefully we don't have to have that learning curve again. Show up, be on time, and be representing your team at all times. I'm very proud of where we came from. We didn't win and get in the tournament like we were really hoping for, but I think the team learned a great lesson on how to be a team first attitude. And I thank you guys. Hope you had as much fun as I did. I've been coaching for a long time, and there wasn't one day that I wanted to miss this year, so I appreciate that. So yeah, you can give yourselves a round of applause. Again, I want to thank my coaching staff, Ms. Samuel, Ms. Roy, and Ms. Mays, or Mass, or Luz, whatever I call her, depending on what day it was. So that being said, we will announce our Scholar athletes. I didn't even know we had smart girls on our team, so that's awesome. Just for me, if you don't mind standing up, giving me a wave when I pronounce your name. Brianna Barozzi. Isabel Burrito. Lenaya Garcia. Janaya Lumpkin. And Damaris Mensah. You know I pronounce that wrong. Alright? So basically we'll hand those awards out at our break off. But again, I want to thank you. And girls, I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Do you have any more pamphlets? This is my mom.
Mr. Fitch, mute on the mic. Thank you. Let's bring up boys volleyball, Coach Ramirez.
First, I want to thank St. Just and everybody that's here to support these kids, regardless of the sport. If I had one word to describe this year, I would say it was progress. We improved from last year, and we're gonna have the core back for next year. Thanks, Ray. So we stacked our schedule this year. It was a tough schedule, and we were able to compete at the highest level, which I'm proud of. And again, hopefully we get to carry that over. We've made some good additions to the team. We had an all-conference player, which is fantastic. So again, progress. I want to thank the guys for coming out, playing hard every day. And that core that's coming back next year, be ready. It's awesome. That's it. That's all I got. So, for Scholar athletes, Scholar athletes. Charlie Garcia, stand up please. Bryce Hoynes. Evans Cantamhemi. Damian Mock. Shee Siddiqui. And last but not least, Josh Akachukwu. Josh, I'm gonna have you come up here. Come on, Josh. We're bringing Josh up here because he was selected to be an all-conference player, and it hasn't happened for our team in a few years, and he represented East Hartford like not many people have for the sport of volleyball. He's got tremendous talent, and we hope he continues. He's still young. Josh, congratulations, man. Thank you.
We'll do girls golf next. Coach Sweat and Coach Bergstrom, please come up.
All right, good evening. All right, St. Just, 60 seconds. So, a few thanks to start off. I'd like to thank Mr. St. Just and Mrs. Johansson from the athletic department for their time and support. I'd like to thank the administrative team, Lavoy and Miss Leone in House 12 for their patience getting us the school van. I'd like to thank Mrs. Porch for getting me a sub when necessary so our team could be on time to matches. Coach Bergstrom, also known as the Storm or Berkey, for his tireless commitment to the program. Matthew Curry for making sure I didn't die doing bench press. I'd also especially like to thank the parents and guardians who support their student athletes each day. And finally, of course, the student athletes themselves for working hard, whether we are on the range, out on the course, or of course in the classroom where it matters most. Thank you for your effort all season long. This year we doubled the number of victories and birdies we had from the previous year. We also increased the number of golfers, nearly tripling the team to 16 participants, so we could have both a varsity and JV program. Coach and I see a great deal of potential in the new players, and can count on the grit and effort from the veterans. So we're already looking forward to next year, where we look to surprise some teams that might be overlooking us. My hope for the team short term is this. This summer, you continue to play, continue to get better, practice, improve. Modern day athletes are made in the off season, so I hope you take advantage of your time this summer and come back in the spring, ready to double our total wins again. Congrats to all the other teams on successful seasons, and good luck to the athletes that are still competing. Thanks again. That was probably longer than 60 seconds. Okay, the all-academic team here. I'll give them their certificates in the classroom, but here are the girls. Queen Star Boateng, Nicole Boland, Leona Brew. She goes to school here. Aaliyah Bright Owu. Victina Doe. Joy Frimpong. Lily Johansson. Edernan Korenci. Amelia Mohammed. Stephanie Yankson. And I think this, is it Georgiana Zembrowski? Is that how you say it? That's how you say it? Congrats to all ladies. Thanks for a great season. Already looking forward to next year.
You want the speech? This was a nice speech. That's for me, so I can work on my speech. This was good. All right. Now let's bring up girls tennis. New coach, Fred Parker. Where's Mr. Parker at? There he is. For you guys that don't know, Parker was like my saving grace, a late addition to the roster. I added him in at the last minute, and he took the bull by his horn and led our girls to some great success.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out. First, I want to thank Mr. St. Just and Ms. Johansson for tireless help during the season. But most of first, I'd like to thank all my crazy players. It's not easy coaching girls. It's like having 16 daughters, and everybody has a different attitude and a different personality. But that being said, we had a fantastic season. As they were trying to remind me when I was sitting down, is that we did win the CCC East. We went undefeated in the CCC. We made it to the state tournament. Unfortunately, we lost. Wait, hold on. It was nothing to be ashamed of. On Saturday, we played at Richfield, and I want to send a special shout out. Stephanie, stand up. Stephanie's our lone senior and our #1 singles player, and she played a 4-hour match. So 4 hours straight. I'm not sure that's been done before, but she played her heart out, and congratulations, and she will be going on to Hofstra University in the fall. So thank you, Steph. And I also want to thank each and every player, because you all did a fantastic job, and you accepted me as your coach, even though everybody knows I'm a soccer guy. Okay, so we're going to recognize the yellow academic team. First person we have is Caitlin Ferry. And we have Afrin Galawala, Swati Ganesh, Kayla Garrow, Savannah Hayes, Lena Hall, Cherry Shaboku, Lillian Pekoski, Addison Rojas, Zara Shahab, Farah Shahab, Mayar Youssef, and last but not least, Christiana Zembrowski. And before I leave, I have one last thing. We did have a freshman, Farah Shahab, who actually went through the season 17-0. She did not lose a match, so congratulations.
All right, since we did girls tennis, we might as well follow suit with boys tennis, coached by Coach Marquez. while Coach Marquez walked up here, one of the things that I failed to mention is that boys and girls tennis made it to the state tournament for the past 4 years. We don't seldom hear about tennis, but they compete hard at a high level. I went to the match on Saturday. I was there from 11 to 3, and Stephanie did play for 4 hours. I'm like, it's not like any other sport. You can't just say, tag, you're it, or I'm passing the ball to somebody else, you take a turn. Most of the other sports that we do play, you can say tag, you're it to somebody else. This sport, there's no passing the ball. You're it. You're it for the next 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, however long the match lasts for. And you better have the endurance and energy to maintain that. I'll stop speaking so Coach Marquez can come up.
First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Satia for all his help. Ms. Johansson, I don't know if you will be here. I thank you so much for all your help. Okay. And also, what an amazing year for the boys tennis this year, and I thank you for all your 100% effort. I'm sure everybody benefited from it. We went from 0 to the state. And I thank you all for that. And I'd like to mention also my senior, Dan Szymanski, and I thank you for 4 years of #1 of service. Please stand up. Thank you all. And 2 of my managers, Elias Sullivan and Moreno Kennedy. Thank you all done. All right. And for all the academic players that achieved the academic team this year, Ben Boland, and of course, this player, I'm having a hard time mentioning his last name, Anula. Agent Lin, I don't know if you're over here, Sebastian Morales, George Miranda, Giri Apari, Jeremias Ortiz, Martin Reyes Horta, Chase Ayasit, I don't know if you're over here, and then Szymanski, of course. Very much for an amazing year.
Before we move on to track, we have the biggest group of them all. Softball also had an all-conference athlete, Kaylee Hernandez. Stuff, Kaylee, if you can come up while I look for your, is Kaylee here? She is here. I thought I saw you in the crowd. All right, Kaylee, I will give it to you later. That's fine. Let's make your job easy. All right. Last but not least, track and field. Coach by Coach Nelson, Coach Ralph. All of you guys, Coach Simon, Coach James. You guys all need to come up here and help out with this. This is a lot of you. Coach Nelson, Coach Ralph, Coach Jay, Coach Simon. Is that Coach Simon back there? Who's sitting down in the back? Who's that? Who's hiding? Where's Coach Jay at? there's Coach Jay.
I'd like to start out by saying thank you to the administration, thank you to the athletic department for their continued support of the track team. Also, we have a lot of athletes out, and one of the things that I'd like to point out that we have 5 seniors, and all of our seniors are going on to the next level, whether it's to the military or the college, and I'm proud of that they all made it. I'd like to also thank Ms. Hernandez-Reyes, our team mom, for her continued support. Ms. Reyes, can you stand up for us, please? I would like to see you up. She's on everyone's memories. She continuously provides food, snacks, everything for our kids, and make sure that they're all set for their meets, especially our early Saturday morning meets. So we'd like to thank her for that. The other thing is tomorrow will be a big day for the track team. We'll be competing in the Class LL Championship. And I'm very proud of our group. We have 32 kids that will be going to compete tomorrow, and that's the biggest group that we had in years. You guys hold yourselves a round of applause for that. That's a dedication and hard work. This year our boys team took first place in the Greater Hartford, and they also took first place in the CCC East. Our young ladies was runner-up in the CCC East, and they took 4th place in the Greater Hartford. Again, that's a big accomplishment. We also have 17 all-conference. 17 all-conference runners, I'm sorry. And we're going to call them out now. When you hear your name, if you could please come forward, that you can be recognized.
Jaden Birdie. Jaden Brown. Naya Cohen. Janai Crawford. Dayon Davis. Tyler Davis. Nevaeh Fofana. Arion Hernandez. Wesley Jackson. Queen Lewis. LaCoy Livermore. Michael Roberson. Makai Shepard. Kyra Smith. Danique Starks. Last but not least, Kira Stewart. Samania. wasn't peer pressure, but definitely pressure to say something. As Coach Brown has said that, this is our largest amount of student athletes that we're taking to states in a while. And I would just like to say that we're just getting started, because there were a lot of other student athletes who joined the team who missed it by hundredths of a second and just by mere inches in qualifying for states. So I like to say that the seed has definitely been planted. Now it's just a matter of us just really fertilizing, watering, and ensuring that it will blossom and grow into a successful program, athletic-wise, but definitely across the board in all athletics. Thank you.
All right, as the track team takes their pictures, get ready for states tomorrow. I'll say my closing remarks. Spring is a good time of the year, right? We look forward to the nice weather outside. We also look forward to the outdoor activities. Again, none of this stuff would be possible without support of everybody. So I'd like to thank you, and let's move forward to the rooms so we can do the individual awards, and so the pizza doesn't get cold.